Let me show you what's to come. Your enemies will fall. The realms will tremble with the change you bring. You'll have everything you could ever desire.
Hello everybody and welcome to panel from hell number 2. I'm so happy to be here with you today and I hope you last time we did this it was a lot of fun and I think we are going to have a lot of fun today also. Obviously we're going to be talking a lot about update 4, patch 4 as we call it, for Baldur's Gate 3. We have a full program about it. We're going to be talking to David Walgrave, our head of production, about the contents of patch 4. We'll be talking about the patch also with Jeremy Crawford from Dungeons & Dragons, the principal rules designers over there, and with our own Nick Pechenin, who is going to explain to us how we did a certain thing that I'm not going to announce just yet. We will also have some non-Baldur's Gate 3 news. We're going to be talking about our board game, the Divinity Original Sin 2 Kickstarted board game that is. We'll chat about some important Larian Studios news, which is important for us, and we will top it all off with a live gameplay featuring the very big thing that we're announcing today that contains many things, but which I'm not allowed to name, and for which we have no other name than the very big thing that contains many other things. Now, before we get started, it would be good to put our campaign into perspective, to see where we are in our early access campaign, and chat about everything that's happened so far and everything that's going to come. We launched early access a little over 4 months ago, sorry, on October 6th. And since then we released, I think it's 3 updates and 6 hotfixes. And those represented, give or take a few, about 15,000 change lists, as we like to call them. And patch 4, which is releasing today, actually contains another 15,000 of those change lists. And that means that this patch is as big as everything else that we've done before together. So what can you expect? Well, let's maybe talk first about things that we did. When we started out with with Baldur's Gate 3 on early access, our initial focus was on increasing stability, increasing performance, getting things to actually work. And then gradually we started plugging in things that were reactions to community feedback that we were receiving. For instance, we changed the way that cantrips worked. You guys weren't big fans of all the surfaces that we created with the cantrips, so we removed those. We changed the way that resting was working. We changed approval ratings, so there was quite a lot of upset about how intolerant some of our party members were, so we tweaked that a little bit, make them a bit more tolerant. And like this, we added a whole bunch of things. We focused on quality of life, so for instance we made it so that if you jump over an obstacle, then the rest of the party will also jump over it, so they didn't have to micromanage them. We put in an upcasting UI so that changing the level at which you're going to cast a spell was going to become easy. We introduced rewards for peaceful solutions to certain confrontations that you had in the game. We added also features like inspiration points or cross saves. We put in extra tutorial messages. We improved the combat AI, so we added a whole ton of things. And a lot of these things were literally inspired by the feedback that we got on the forums, on the community channels, but also from the analytics that you've been sending us and that we've been using to tweak pretty much everything in the game. And that is exactly how it should be. This is how early access works. As you play the game, we get the data that we need to improve it. We keep on releasing updates like the one that we're going to release in the very near future. Not today, but in the very near future. At the same time, we also continue working on the actual game, which one day is going to materialize, but we still have a lot of work, obviously. So, with all of that said, we're going to go start and chat with David, head of production. He is going to explain to us everything that's in patch 4 except one big thing. But we'll chat about that later too. So let's move on. Head over to David. I'm going to take my little screen here and try not to fall in my very flexible but just not suited armor. And we'll head over and right to the campsite. Hello, David.
Hi.
Fancy meeting you here.
Hello. It's Davidian.
Is it what?
It's Davidian. It's my Tiefling name.
Sorry, Davidian. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Davidian. I'm not going to call you David anymore. And so, our corona-proof campsite here. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
How's it going?
I'm fine. I'm a happy camper in my camp.
All right, I just
Get
said
it?
that so you could make that joke.
Yeah,
so
thank you, thank you.
All right, so we've been chatting before we started on this panel. And so you lost a dice roll.
Yeah.
And so as a result, you're not allowed to talk about the very big thing that contains many things, but you're allowed to talk about every single thing that is not the very big thing in patch 4. So tell us what's new.
Right. So I did lose the dice roll, so I cannot talk about the thing with all the other big things. But I have another big thing, and that's like every other change that we did apart from the big thing.
There you go.
Because apart from the big thing, there's an entire team working on lots and lots of stuff. So let's talk about that too, shall we? I can keep on going.
Yes, so
Okay, so
go ahead, start.
Start. The first thing I want to talk about, speaking of dice rolls, is we're introducing loaded dice.
What is a loaded dice?
What is a loaded dice? So, if you're playing tabletop, right? Throwing a natural one once in a while is just funny.
I can do this. They gave me a button to do this. See? That is a natural one.
Yeah. So if this happens, your friends are gonna make fun of you and everyone's laughing. But
Let me
if
do
this
it again.
happens, okay, it won't be a one again, will it?
Well, because I pressed the 1.
Ah, then stop pressing the one. Anyway, if this keeps on happening in a video game, you get frustrated because the thing in the user interface has a 5% chance to hit. And if you miss 2 times in a row,
3 times.
or 3 times, you stop believing that and you get frustrated. So we now introduced an option, it is an option, where you can turn on loaded dice, and that is going to start turning luck your way.
Okay,
It's
so
going to start favoring your luck.
so it's going to give you a little extra on the dice if it's really going badly, and then it's going to give you, like, for instance, something like this, right? It's an 11.
It's already better. So what it does is it just remembers that you already missed once and an 85% chance to hit, and it's not going to do that. Probably, there's still a bit of there, but it's probably not going to do that the next time.
So what else did we do? So we have loaded dice.
We had loaded dice. Do you remember the Speak of the Dead spell? Of course you do.
Yeah, I do. It's our go to fallback position, actually. So we make it possible in the game to kill pretty much every single protagonist. And so there's a problem with my microphone, apparently. All right. Yeah, wait. Yeah. All right.
We're going to attack you.
Where's Berlin? See, this is exactly what happens when you roll too many ones. Things like this start happening. So my mic broke, and so we're now using a boom mic, so there's thing floating in the air, and hopefully it's going to pick up all of our voice. So we were talking about Speak with the Dead. Speak with the Dead microphone, for instance, would also be a good thing to do. But Speak with Dead. Tell me, what did we do?
So we already had the spell and we already had dialogues on corpses that you could talk to, obviously.
Yeah.
But we improved it. So first of all, the highlight was improved, so you can very easily spot the corpses that you can talk to. But that's not all. We wrote extra dialogues for Speak with the Dead corpses that were not there before, but that's not all. We gave them sound effects so that they really sound gruesome, that they really sound like a corpse, and then we added VFX on top of that. And as if that was not enough, we are making cutscenes, or we have made cutscenes for all of the Speak with the Dead instances that we have.
So that was something that was still work in progress when we launched on early access, and now you actually have the cinematics that go with it. All right, good. Can you remind people how Speak with Dead works, like what it is?
When you cast a spell, and there's a spoiler in there somewhere, it's easy to get even at level 1, but I won't say how. If you do cast a spell, you see all the corpses that have something to say actually light up.
Yeah, and then you can ask them questions. They do need to have a mouth, right?
Yeah, so they do need to have a mouth, otherwise they cannot pronounce the words. And then you get a limited couple of questions that you can ask them.
Yeah, and when we started making the game, actually, at some point we were thinking about how we're going to implement it. And so the initial idea was actually to decapitate everybody so that we wouldn't have to do it. Because I normally, yeah, it would also have been pretty cheap, so we just did it across the board for many, many NPCs. Not all NPCs, though. The ones that don't highlight, they don't have to Speak with That cinematic, right?
No.
Okay.
But you couldn't do everyone, because not everyone has something interesting to say.
That's a value judgment there.
In real life.
Anyway, so if you go further, what else do you have on your list?
Go for it. Oh, speaking of cinematics, we kept on improving cinematics. We had Speak with the Dead, and we said, why not everything? So it started with lighting. We have someone working on lighting, and just changing lighting and settings of lighting can completely change the atmosphere of
I think we have a video of that. Is that playing? Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
So you see basically the before and after here of what it looks like when the lighting team has gone over something, and it really does make a big difference.
Yeah, but it didn't end there, because while they were at it, they animated animals that appeared in cutscenes better. They changed camera angles, they changed positions, like they just improved cutscenes. They even made cutscenes where there were no cutscenes before.
Did you know that there's about 25,000 cinematic notes like this in the early access version?
Yeah, I looked up that number.
And that, but I mean, this is just the Act 1 content, right? So there's still all the other stuff that we're making that is being done.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, no, it is vastly insane. Okay, so what else do you have?
Well, so I have a list, right? Because
Yes,
you
I
said
see that.
you can talk about everything, but not the thing.
I like
so
the way you got your list also. I'm standing here like with high tech, and I like your way more, I have to say.
It's a list. I'm old school. So one of the things that I wrote down here is you can use a torch a lot easier right now.
What's wrong with the old way of using a torch?
The old way of using a torch was really a hassle. You had to click probably 12 times before you finally had a torch in your hand.
I did that on the previous panel, and so I needed to cast the fire surface, but with my cantrip, which I can't do anymore because they removed the surfaces from cantrips. So now I needed to lit a torch. Well, then I had a torch, or maybe a candle. Anyway, I needed a source of fire, right? And I needed to put a source of fire on a source of fire to put my torch in, and then I had to equip my torch. Then, right, this is the thing you improved.
Yeah, so right now, if you find the torch, you click it to pick it up, it picks up, and it automatically adds a torch icon to your hotbar. If you click on that torch icon on your hotbar, it swaps your weapon immediately, and it lights up immediately. If you click the button again, it unequips the torch and re-equips the weapon that you had.
Oh yeah, that's what one would call a quality of life improvement.
Yeah,
is there a
so
flint actually?
Well, let's say there's a hidden flint, because you can automatically...
Secret flint.
Yeah.
You remember Flint from Dragonlance?
I do.
Okay, good. Anyway, what else do you have?
You can now target portraits.
Why would you want to target a portrait?
What do you mean?
Well,
You can target a
portrait like the Madonna?
No. I mean... I gotta explain it to you. So, you can cast spells in this game, right? It's a fantasy.
You're going to cast a spell at the portrait?
Magic spells. And when you click on the button, you used to have to find the character that you wanted to heal or bless or curse or whatever. You can now just click a party portrait in the user interface.
All right.
That's what I mean by you can target.
Okay, so that sounds like a basic necessity of life. So
Yeah,
that's good that that's added.
So we added that in
All
Pathfinding.
right, okay, good. So what else?
We improved multiplayer a lot. So
I'm sure know a lot of people who are going to be happy about that.
we keep on improving multiplayer. So we're working on making the connection more stable, finding a party more easier. You can actually see each other's inventories and stats right now in multiplayer.
Ah, yeah, so you can steal each other's shit, right?
Or talk to each other like, what do you need?
Yes,
I want to
of
help
course.
you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, because you're playing with your friends.
But that's good actually. It's nice to be able to strategize and tell the other player like, do this, do that, do that, and then the other player obviously listens.
Obviously. I always do. Speaking of listening, we added the fleeing mechanic.
Okay.
Like if it's not going your way, you have a safe distance from the enemy. We added a flee button. You can now flee from combat so that you don't die every time that you know like we're not gonna make it.
Okay, and so is it like the party that can flee? Or so if I press the flee button, we all flee when we're playing together? Or?
No, it's individual. So I flee and I abandon you completely. Well, I mean,
you tactically retreat yourself to regroup and think and strategize on how you're going to come and resurrect your buddy, right?
Yes, resurrect my buddy.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, yeah.
And so when you flee, I think it's you go to camp then when you flee.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, that's cool. I like that.
What
You have
else
more?
is there? Yeah. Patch 4 is going to be the last really big patch. Because
What do you
all
mean
of
it's
our
the last big patch?
patches
I just told people there were going to be many more big patches.
I mean a big download. Every patch that we do, even if it's a tiny hotfix, you have to download dozens and dozens of gigabytes. And we're looking into that system. We looked into that system. We improved it. So from now on, all of the subsequent patches are going to be smaller.
Okay, so didn't you announce that once before?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, but
And-
we keep on improving the system.
You didn't ship the system last time, so now you're good to ship it. You're sure.
Yeah. Now
So what happened last time?
TechUA said now it works, guys. Please.
And
ship it."
didn't they say it worked last time?
No,
So why did we announce it?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. So I guess something happened as we were doing it. Anyway, all right. So you don't need to go to your internet provider anymore, beg them for some extra gigabytes, like after you downloaded a Baldur's Gate 3 patch, except this one last time.
Yeah, we
One
don't
last
know.
time.
We don't know yet what the size will be of patch.
Yeah, because we're still like doing the final tweaks to it, and it's still in QA right now, right?
Yep.
But it's nearly ready. It's nearly ready. All right. So what else do you have?
I have lots and lots, and I won't list them all. The list is long enough. Lots and lots of user interface improvements. We reskinned all of them, I think.
No,
so
not
they
all of
don't
them.
just not all of them.
No, not all of
reskinned.
them.
They just look better. One really big one that you'll notice is the options UI. It's completely different.
Nobody goes to the options UI.
Well,
Like,
people
don't we have another
want
UI
to
that you can talk about?
change video. The container interface.
Ah, yeah,
the
that's one.
inventory
Yeah,
of
I've seen
little
that. Yeah.
containers.
Yeah. So what changed?
You can sort now on value or a name.
All right, and there was also another button in there, so that you can now access
You
your
can now
inventory
easily
directly.
access your inventory that opens up in a window on screen, so that you can drag items in between.
I think I'll
those
show that on my live stream. That'll
It's really
make
cool.
it clear. All right, so what else?
What else? Where are we? Okay, we improved pathfinding.
Again?
But we can keep on improving pathfinding. This time around other characters and more specifically around the village mill.
You improved the pathfinding specifically around the village mill.
The community said you cannot find your path around the village mill.
All right, okay. I guess we're going to blame Edgar again, right?
We have been doing so for the last 10 years.
Yeah, okay.
We probably don't use any of his code anymore, but yeah.
No. Edgar was our very, very good gameplay programmer who is still with us today, and we've been annoying him forever
About
because he was the
pathfinding.
one that started on the pathfinding code on day one. I mean, like, and it's not a simple problem, and he doesn't have anything to do with it anymore, to be fair also.
No.
So it's not fair to blame him anymore.
I'm sure he wants to.
I think so too. I think he likes it. So
Yeah.
we'll just keep on doing it. All right, what else do you have?
Gith have proper Gith weapons.
Good for the GIF, I would say.
Yes. Maybe good
Why
for
would I
you if
care?
you can grab one. That's why you care.
Ah, because I can steal them from the GIF.
You could. You can
Okay,
try.
that's a pretty hard fight. Okay, fair enough. Okay, what else do you have?
The Flaming Fist now have a shield with their coat of arms on it.
Let me guess.
It's an important detail.
It's a fist.
How did you know?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I actually didn't
It's an
check, so I
actual
don't know what it is. All right, okay, all right. So do you have anything else but cosmetic things? I mean, because you're going on cosmetic things here. I know you want to talk about the big thing, but you can't. So what else do you have?
If you have a condition in combat, you can now go to the combat log and mouse over that condition to get more information about it.
Okay, so this is cool because like understanding what's happening under the hood is important, and this is part of
an entire list of things that we're going to be doing to make it that clearer to players. Okay, what just happened if there was a complete interchange or interaction of rules?
Yeah, so we are gradually improving feedback and all of the rules, etc. So
Okay,
this is
all right.
step one.
Yeah, okay, good. What else do you have?
So you're interested in...
We're going to have
in a lot
to
of
start
these
accelerating a bit then, but...
okay. But in that
what are you
case,
doing?
well, I started printing this list before you came, and I stopped because it's a huge racket, obviously. But I'm not going to get there, and I'm going to keep on printing. So, if you're interested in that type of stuff, the players can now disable traps by double-clicking on them if they have a trap disarm toolkit. So
That's handy. It's probably from the same guy that did the torches.
Yeah, well, it's sure. We removed bonus action point cost from herds and mushrooms, so you can now just eat them without having to pay for it. We bumped the devil's sight to 24 meters to match superior dark vision.
The devil will be happy.
Yeah. The stinking cloud no longer affects items. I mean, why would it?
Okay.
Metal doors are no longer vulnerable to slashing damage.
Okay.
You can apply multiple Hunter's Marks on targets. I don't know what the plural is of Hunter's Mark. Hellish Rebuke can no longer be blocked by terrain. We allow dash to actually double stack. We remove the cooldown from dash and disengage. Witch Bolt electrifies the surface of the target if they're standing in a surface, obviously.
Of course.
Your Warlock can no longer use Armor of Shadows if they already have an armor equipped.
Why would I even try?
Wow. I don't know. Players can no longer summon a companion or a familiar on top of another character.
You could?
If you found the ring Sunwalker's Gift, you know that one? It now gifts you Dark Vision. An Arcane Ward now gets 2 times the wizard level plus the intelligence modifier to your temporary HP. The Hook Horror can now be silenced.
Silence is a really good term right now. So I'm just going to get over there. We have more stuff to talk about. So as we just move over, and thank you very much, David, for this very clear update. I know that you couldn't talk about what you wanted to talk about. We're going to head over.
Restoration item. It actually uses an action point now. The Colossus Finger probably only triggers when targets were not on full health. The magic initiative spell now just black modifier.
No, shut up. It's always the same story. Okay. All right. Tell me when we have sound, guys. We good? All right. Good. Sorry about that. Now that my mic is gone, I'm dependent on the boom thing following me. You could hear we've done a whole bunch of changes that have nothing to do with the big thing that we're announcing today, which we'll do together with Jeremy and Nick in just a bit. It is a reflection of the amount of work that goes into Baldur's Gate 3. This patch log is, for us, has been very large because we had put a lot of effort in getting it to you, and that's also why it's a little bit later than we had originally hoped. And it reflects probably the biggest challenge that we have with Baldur's Gate 3. This game is very big. We wanted to make it very good, but it's taking a lot more effort than we originally anticipated. When we started on it in 2017, our team consisted of 112 people, and we thought that was a very big number back then. But now we grew to 4 studios spanning 300 people and still growing, and it's just a monster that needs to be fed. Last year we announced that we had a studio that we opened in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. We did this so that we were finally going to be able to do 24 hours development, which was important for a developer like us that works on these very big RPGs, because it means now that if we have somebody in QA that starts in the morning on Monday in Kuala Lumpur on testing Baldur's Gate 3 according to one particular critical path, and he's going to spend 120 hours on the game, instead of having to spend 3 weeks on testing the game, he can now have the results of his critical path at the end of the week by passing on his save games to his colleagues in St. Petersburg and so forth, all the way to his colleagues in Quebec. So that's a big thing, and that allowed us to accelerate this incredible, massive game as development. But even that wasn't enough. I like to say that every single game that you make has a certain language that you need to learn as a developer, and once you learn the language and you can speak it, the game writes itself. This is the case now for Baldur's Gate 3. I think our team knows exactly what they're doing. They know exactly which language to speak to it. Unfortunately, it happens to be a game that is based on 40 years of D&D, and so the grammar that it uses and the vocabulary that it uses is insanely large, and so we had to adapt to that. And so to do that, we started knocking on the door of other teams to assist us to help us with making this monster that is Baldur's Gate 3. Good monster, but still a monster. And one of the teams that's been helping us already for a couple of years is the team at Turbulence. And I have here today with us the studio head of Turbulence, James Olsen. James, can you hear me?
Falling.
I cannot hear you, James. And I didn't get that. Could you repeat that for me, please?
I said, hello, Sven, this is Guilford calling.
All right, good. I'm happy to hear that Guilford is calling. So, James, we have a... welcome first to the panel of Hell. We have an important announcement to make today. I'll let you make it.
So today we're announcing that we are creating a new and shiny Larian studio in Guilford.
Okay. This is a very good thing because the team that James has is incredibly experienced, and so we'll talk a bit about that in a second. But before we continue, James, can you explain, people, there must be people out there like me who are geographically challenged. So can you explain exactly where Guilford is?
So Guilford is a town just outside of London, in the southeast of England, and which is now just outside of the EU.
Okay. I noticed on that map there that you guys pushed the Irish a little bit into the Atlantic there. That's not very nice of you. But anyway, why would one start a studio in Guilford? I mean, like, what's good about Guilford? Is it the pastries? Is it what?
Well, Guilford is infamous.
It's not going to be the beer,
over,
that's for sure. But
no. Well, Guilford is infamous for over 30 years of game development, and the town is filled with small and large game studios, and it has thousands of talented developers working there. And the area is also surrounded by universities and art colleges that are filled with the next generation of developers. So Guilford is a hub of creativity in game development in the UK.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me a little bit about the team? Like, when we started working with you, we worked with half of your team, and so that was such a pleasurable experience that we wanted more, hence why we're sitting here today. But can you tell me a little bit about your team?
Sure, so we're a super experienced team. We counted up recently and we have over 350 years of professional game development experience. We've worked in big studios and small studios and across all the platforms that games are made on over the last 25 years. We've expanded the team, so we started out with 10 people supporting Baldur's Gate. It's doubled since we started. And most recently, we've expanded our animation expertise to bring people in from the movie industry. We have people who've worked on Star Wars, on Avengers, Ready Player One, and even Lord of the Rings.
All right, so there's at least some good movies that they worked on in there. I shouldn't say that, value judgment can't do that. Anyway, so you guys have been working on BG3 for some time. So what parts of the game did you contribute to?
So we've been contributing since the start of 2019. We've worked on the rendering engine, on the IK that's in the game. We've worked on the GUI. We worked on the gameplay, did lots of stuff on follow to jump or something like that, and we've worked on all the online services that are in Baldur's Gate, and we've also spent a lot of time working on the animation and the cinematics.
Okay, so now the plan is we're going to grow, we're going to start recruiting there, and you're going to double the team that you have right now?
Yep, the plan is to double the team that we have in Guilford and continue expanding and bringing additional talent to the studio to help make Baldur's Gate an amazing success.
All right, super. Well, we are super happy that you guys decided to join us. You were a pleasure to work with in the past, so I'm sure you're going to be a pleasure to work with in the future. Your expertise is super valued. We have our HR agency, not agency, or HR team, told us, like, well, if you're going to add another studio and we need to recruit there, you're going to have to give us a little help. And so they convinced us to put in a small video during our panel. We're going to show it to you now as we prepare for the big reveal of the big thing that contains many things and that we couldn't talk about just now with Jeremy and with Nick. And so in this video, you're going to see or meet some of the people that are working on Baldur's Gate 3, and they'll tell you why it is a cool thing to work on and why it's cool to work at Larian. And should you be a developer watching, be sure to check out the jobs page at larian.com. We have many openings, and we will soon, I don't know if they're on there already, we will soon be putting up the entire Guilford batch. All right, thank you very much, James. We'll cut to the video now, and we're going to get ready for the big thing that contains many things reveal.
Microphone detected. Perfect. Let's go.
I'm a character artist.
I'm senior cinematic animator.
I'm a senior animator.
The associate lead for cinematic programming.
Quality assurance engineer.
I'm the world building director.
I'm a VFX artist.
I'm a character artist.
I'm an animator.
I'm a technical artist.
I'm the community specialist.
I love the atmosphere.
Amazing people on amazing games.
I'm proud to belong to a team that trusts each other.
We're passionate. We're driven.
You get to actually have creative input.
You know, we try to build something that is really from the heart.
There's always something new to discover.
One big, happy team.
We really try to really convey what makes us love video games.
There's really not anything like Larian out there.
We all love what we're doing here.
Every day is like going on a D&D adventure.
I think people are really encouraged to be themselves.
It's always something changing, always something going on.
This is a company that is making stuff for nerds by nerds, which is great because I am one.
The team feels like a real family and the culture is just open to individuality.
You just try to create something cool and unique together.
I get to see your memes, your fan art.
Having that spark of creativity flow and have a hand in that, that's really a fun way to spend your day.
My favorite thing has to be watching all of the origin characters be written.
Seeing fans interact with it, you know, make comics about it, make memes about it, just all sorts of that community interaction is just so great to see.
If I had to say one best thing about working on Baldur's Gate 3, would probably be working on Baldur's Gate 3.
Knowing that somehow the work you're doing is going to make so many people happy is amazing.
Being able to create the world and convince to people that this is a real living, breathing world through sound.
It's got dungeons, it's got dragons, it's really cool.
The fact that it's one of the best RPGs on the planet.
The subject matter is so interesting.
The creativity that gets poured into it.
Well, for me, it's really visually very beautiful. It creates a really rich and varied experience for the user.
Working on what's going to be the greatest RPG of all time.
I discovered the world of Dungeons & Dragons working on BG3, and I don't know why I didn't know that before. That's the best thing ever.
Make something that people enjoy playing and that makes them feel something.
Being able to give them this experience that they can enjoy wherever, whenever, and with whomever they like, that's only something I can be really proud of.
Working on Baldur's Gate 3 is huge.
I used to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 with my brother when I was a little kid, so being part of the development is kind of like a dream come true.
And being able to resurrect such a beloved franchise for a new generation feels like an honor.
Well, obviously the fact that I get to see you guys being horny on main all day, every day.
Excellence.
Team. Absolutely fun.
Family.
Team!
Wizards.
Adaptable.
Big love.
Team! A dream come true.
Pretty awesome.
Friends.
Home.
Expressive.
Inspiring.
Family.
Unconventional.
Team. Unique. Awesome.
Whimsical.
Weird. In a good way, though. Not, you know.
Truly. Chaotic. Good.
Bold.
Eidetic. That's a nice fancy one for you. Spent ages Googling it.
Perfectionist.
Fun.
Ambitious.
True gamers.
Inspiring.
Joyful, creatively fulfilling, entertaining.
Fun.
Dynamic.
Fearless.
Family.
Irreplaceable.
Masters.
Positive.
Pure culture.
Passionate.
Passion.
Passionate.
Passionate.
Passion.
Passionate.
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 Supercalifragilistic expialidocious.
Doggy, no. You want to be in the video?
I don't think this would be a good idea to do it outside in winter.
I just pressed the record button with my nose because I've got gloves on. Look at this little mind flare.
RPG Hall of Fame, baby.
Yeah, so they are an awesome bunch, and you can rest assured they put all of their passion into making BG3 as good as they can get it. So it won't be for lack of passion that this game is, well, it will succeed. I mean, what am I saying? Anyway, we're gonna move over. We're gonna, actually, it's Nick. Nick, can you stop eating the grass and come over, please? Nick? Is he coming? Nick! Oh. I think we lost Nick in the transformation there. What's happening? We lost him? Oh, there he is. Okay.
No.
Hi. You got a camera problem. Shit. Nick? There you are.
Oh,
All right.
stuff.
You destroyed the camera.
Well, it's
but first the mic, then the camera.
It's the magic. What can I say?
Right.
Technology and magic doesn't work together.
All right, Nick, very happy to be here. We need Jeremy on board also. Where's Jeremy? Can we see Jeremy? You get him to join?
Wow, and cursed.
Hey, we are cursed. Looks like our life measures. Jeremy, can you hear us, Jeremy? Look, we got Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy from Seattle.
Hi there.
Okay.
I am amazed by your transformation, Nick.
Yeah, he's been working on it very hard and studying very hard, especially.
Right.
So we are here together to announce the next big class in Baldur's Gate 3, and that is?
The Druid, of course.
Of course. I mean, like as if the cow was not a dead giveaway. So, Jeremy, you are the principal rules designers at Dungeons & Dragons at Wizards of the Coast. At Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons, I should say, probably. Can you explain to us why we're making such a big deal about the Druid?
So the Druid is one of the classes that has been in Dungeons & Dragons going all the way back to the game's early days in the 1970s. This class brings together an amazing set of abilities all themed around the forces of nature. Druids are members of an ancient order that channels the powers of nature, weather, fire and ice, lightning. They're able to talk to animals. They're able to heal their friends by channeling the forces of life that are around them. And on top of all of this, they're able to become one with nature by using their wild shape ability to transform into animals like the cow that you just were, Nick. Druids also, on top of all of that, order themselves into these special orders that are called circles. And so they have specializations like all D&D classes do. And the two main specializations for Druids are the Circle of the Land and the Circle of the Moon, with the Circle of the Land emphasizing the nature magic of Druids and the Circle of the Moon emphasizing that animal transformation ability, wild shape, that all Druids share. Druids also are really special in D&D because of their versatility. They have a little bit of everything. They have weapon ability, they've got light armor, they have healing magic, they have destructive magic, they can turn into animals and get around all sorts of problems that might be a blocker for other characters. When we designed this class for 5th edition D&D, and when we designed all of the classes, we had Venn diagrams for the classes, and the Druid was right at the meeting point between the wizard and the cleric. And so if you think of the versatility and destructive ability of the wizard combined with the healing and buffing of the cleric, and then throw in a dash of nature magic and animal transformation, you see the wonder that is the Druid class.
I would almost say that it's like a classless class
Oh.
in a class-based game.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. All right, so Nick, so you were the man in charge together with your team of figuring out how we're going to bring the Druid into Baldur's Gate 3.
Indeed.
So what did you do? Like, well, maybe we can start with Wild Shape. So tell me about Wild Shape.
So Wild Shape is of course the star of the show. It's the ability of a druid to turn into a beast and utilize beast powers. We picked 7 forms for you to turn into, 6 beasts and 1...
Currently in early access, right?
yes, currently, just for the early access content to whet your appetite. Such forms as the giant badger that can burrow into the ground.
Can you show that? I think you have a video of that.
I was about to, but it seems like my magic panel
Oh, your magic panel is not working?
died. I'm gonna press a button and I hope something happens.
No, maybe we should get
No.
tech support here. Maybe we'll just break out for a second to technical, and
Yes, we have some cool
rehearse all
clips
this,
for
but
you.
of course nothing works because it is Iron Studios, and then whenever we do something, everything breaks down. We're lucky we still have power, actually. All right, we are back, it seems. Hello again, Jeremy. We had a Windows update, so these things happen. Okay, so we're talking, we were going to see the
Giant badger, I believe.
Yes.
So let's see some giant badger action.
This is a multiplayer, it looks like.
Oh yeah, oh
Two
yeah.
Druids? Yeah, okay.
It's a really good form to sneak around, to burrow around your enemies, locked passages, mines.
That's a teleport.
It is kind of a teleport, and then you knock down
You got it
enemies.
completely wrong, you should have done it behind the guy. You can go through doors also?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Indeed.
Okay, so that's pretty powerful actually.
You can really do some damage with that.
Damage with the badger. So you have any other forms than the badger?
Yeah, for example, you can turn into a spider, of course.
Oh, arachnophobia alert, sorry.
Oh, arachnophobia alert.
You should have warned people with arachnophobia that there is a spider
Sorry.
coming. It's going to be there for 2 minutes. We will give you a cue when it's gone, I'm sorry.
Still up.
Nick.
Yeah, so you weave web and you control your enemies with it.
Oh yeah, I remember this. We showed this on the last Battle from Hell, and I had to rush to survive with that thing. So that's actually cool. And you're webbing with it also.
Yeah, you can create webs, and other spiders won't attack you, I believe.
Okay, so the druid is versatile, Jeremy just mentioned. I know that you had a question about this that popped up during development, and you were afraid to ask him.
Yes, indeed. It's an interesting thing, but we're working on these spells and actions that the druid has, which we're adding about 30. And something that was interesting about the D&D version of the druid is that how comfortable the druid feels with fire magic. So the druid can, for example, create a flaming blade and just burn an enemy into crisp. So the question would be, Jeremy, how come druids are so comfortable with the destructive element?
So that gets to one of those core elements of the druid of being so connected to nature that they're connected not only to the life-giving aspects of nature, but also to the destructive aspects of nature. And fire is one of the most destructive forces that you can face in the natural world. But it's also often a life-giving force, because we know in our world that a healthy forest often relies on controlled burns or limited burns for the forest to truly thrive. So druids are tapping into that force, as they do with so many other natural forces. But there's also a mythological angle to it. The druid, in its early conception in Dungeons and Dragons, owed a lot of its identity to various things that druids do in Irish folklore. And one of the things that druids do occasionally in Irish folklore is call fire down upon their enemies. And you see this in the tabletop RPG with druids eventually getting the firestorm spell, which is actually a direct nod to an event in Irish folklore where a group of druids calls down a rain of fire on an opposing army. And D&D often has this sort of thing in it, where you'll see something that's in the game and you might wonder, how the heck did this get here? And often the answer is, you're looking at something that lodged in the game from ancient myth in the real world.
Well, you've got a lot of firepower. I know what you do. Don't you have a big ball of fire?
It's a big one. It's the flaming sphere. You can control it, by the way. It creates a trail of fire, and of course it burns everything and everyone.
Okay, that sounds like the kind of thing I need. I'm actually going to use this in my lifetime, and I figured out a glitch. And you got to promise me, if I show you the glitch, that you're not going to take it out.
We'll make it a roll, okay? I have a D20.
Yeah, I don't trust your dice anymore, my friend. All right, so
a loaded die, of course.
What is your favorite thing about the Druid, Nick?
I really enjoy this little cantrip they have, the Thorn Web, that you can use to pull off enemies from high places. And
oh yeah, that fight.
Yeah,
that is actually handy if you can be able to throw them down. Oh, you fell there. How the hell do you get a bullet on the beach anyway?
Whoa, that's a lot of magic involved.
Yeah, that was. I think that was somebody cheating to make that video, right?
It's very possible.
All right, so there's much more being added. Like one of the things that I thought was like when you explained it to me is underwhelming is the goodberry. But then I'm told that the goodberry is like a favorite and it's like considered overpowered. Is that correct, Jeremy?
So goodberry is loved in the tabletop game, partly just because of the flavor, pun intended, of this delicious berry that you get to eat that not only heals you, but also fills you up as if you had just eaten, enough food for the day. So there's just this enchanting narrative component to it. It's a bit like lembas bread from the Lord of the Rings. You nibble this thing, it's like, whew, I'm good on food for the day. Now, in the tabletop game, goodberry can be extremely powerful if you multi-class. So if you are a druid and you're a cleric who's a cleric of life, clerics of life are able to boost the effectiveness of goodberry to a level that is extraordinary.
That's pretty much what QA have been telling me also. Like it's overpowered, gotta go down on the good berry. Speaking of combinations, actually, we changed the rules slightly on how wild shape works, right?
Yes, indeed. So we were messing around with it, and we thought that it's really cool to go from one shape to another during the combat. So we made dismissing a shape free. And so if you're a druid of a circle of a moon that focuses on wild shapes, you can dismiss a shape for free and then use your bonus action to take a new shape.
So that means if I am like my favorite form, polar bear. Well, no. Let's say that I'm a bird, and which allows me to fly over large distances, like so. And then in the same turn, I could turn my bird into a bear. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, you can fly down behind the enemies, turn into a bear, roar, get their attention. So you can combo these forms.
Do you have a video of a bear? Because it's just the polar bear is just insanely cool.
Let's try the bear.
Yeah, there we go.
Boom. This bear is going to be specific or unique for moon druids.
Okay, all right. This is a polar bear, so everybody's going to play Circle of the moon again. Look at that guy go. He's so cute.
I think we made him be able to sneak as well. Oh yeah.
Look at him sneak. It's just my dog sneaks like this. He learned it from the cat. It's like, it's ridiculous. There he's goading, right? So this is like taking all the aggro to him, which is quite handy actually if you're walking around with a bunch of puny mages like I usually do. So Jeremy, is that okay that we change the rules like that for the wild shape? Are you fine with that? For the dismissing wild shape, sorry?
Absolutely. So often it's important for people to remember that designing for different media requires a different touch. So designing for the tabletop game is a very different beast from designing for a video game. In the tabletop game, we constrain how often a druid can wild shape and how often, how rapidly they can pop in and out of shapes for two main reasons. One, in the tabletop game, we want to make sure play doesn't bog down with too many different things happening on a particular turn, since unlike in a video game where the computer is running the game, at the tabletop, it's all humans who are running it, so we don't want things to slow down too much. But there's another factor. In the tabletop game, druids can turn into pretty much any beast they've ever seen, as long as that beast meets the criteria listed in the wild shape feature. That means that as game designers, we don't actually know what the druids in the tabletop game are going to turn into. We know broadly what the power of those animals is going to be, and that's why we've set the challenge rating limits in the tabletop game. But we don't know the exact animals they're going to turn into. And so because of the amazing liberty we provided, we had to constrain how often it could be done, just so that we wouldn't create a situation where druids were not only transforming constantly, but transforming into potentially game-breaking forms over and over again. And that is often a theme in our tabletop design, that if we get really generous on something that we let you do, as we are with the shapes that you can turn into as a druid, we then tend to become much more limiting in how often we let you do it. So when you told me that in Baldur's Gate 3, some of those limitations were being lifted, it made total sense to me, A, because the computer's running it, and B, you know the exact forms people are going to be turning into. Whereas again, in the tabletop game, we don't know if the druid is turning into a dinosaur, a mouse, a giant spider, or some other fanciful beast they've encountered on one of their tabletop adventures.
Yeah, we had actually big discussions about the dinosaur, because Nick wanted to put the dinosaur in, and I had to put my foot down and say, one day we would like to ship this game, so no dinos, not even a small dinosaur. But when we chatted about this in preparation for the panel, you said an interesting thing about utility value of the druid and the wild shape also, which is something I would like to delve in deeper a little bit, because we also spend a lot of time on the game. But maybe start with you. On utility and the druid wild shape.
Yeah, one of the things I love about the druid not only as a designer, but as a player when I play one, is the amazing utility of wild shape. Often people who gravitate to wild shape, particularly if they're playing Circle of the Moon, they'll often think of their shapes as primarily a combat form. But I actually think wild shape's greatest value over the course of a campaign is the many different ways it can break an adventure in good ways. Because often in the tabletop game, we actually want our players to come up with clever ways to break things, and wild shape does that in spades. And I love in the video you showed that exactly with, the badger crawling, under the wall, in a normal circumstance, you might have a group of adventurers looking at a tower and like, oh my gosh, how are we going to get up there? And the druid is just like, I'll turn into a robin, fly up there, and I'm there. So the druid can create these amazing sort of unexpected tangents in how an adventure plays out. And that to me is the most exciting aspect of wild shape.
All right, we have a couple of examples of how we're doing that in the game, because we actually very much try to make wild shape part of the normal gameplay outside of combat.
Yeah, so we really want you to stay in your wild shape while you're exploring and look for ways to use your wild shape, such as you can turn into a cat.
Yeah, it's International Cat Day, by the way.
Oh,
so saying that, I hate cats. I'm a dog person.
Well, I'm a cat person, so we have...
I have a cat, but it terrorizes my dog. Just like it's terrorizing these goblins here. These goblins...
This is a very aggressive cat, but usually a cat would be sneaking around as well. And it can meow to attract the attention of the enemies.
Yeah, that is actually pretty cool. I've used that. It's actually pretty cool just to distract enemies with your cat when it's meowing, as they do in the middle of the night, right? But you can also talk.
Yeah.
With animals, if
Indeed.
You're an animal.
So as an animal, you can talk to other animals, of course. And they will sometimes have specific responses because they recognize you as an animal. So here, for example, the player is turning into a polar bear to get the other bear let him through.
I love what cinematics did here.
Of course, this added a lot of work to cinematics.
Okay. Yeah, it did.
Making sure small beasts and big beasts.
Extra lines of dialogue they added for this patch. And cinematic notes as a result of it also. So you can talk to animals, you can abuse it. Well, I'll show you how you can abuse it. I'm going to single-handedly do a dungeon that has been declared unsingle-handedly doable with my druid shape. Well, I'll try at least.
Well,
so there's one thing that I've been meaning to ask you. Well, actually, I would like you to show, Nick, because we just saw that cat
was climbing
down the ladder. But what if I'm like a huge cow with fire in my eyes? I know it's not called a cow, but I could still think of it as a cow.
It is a deep wrath. It's a mythical beast from the Underdark. And of course you can climb in it because it would be silly and slow if you would have to pop in and out of your form every time.
All right.
So that was a big discussion with the animation team, of course. And I love
it. Cracks me up every single time I see it. It's like it's still a little bit buggy there, so that's one of the things we still need to fix. On the ladder, but it's just awesome that you can do it. And indeed, I fully approve of the fact that we don't make you get out of your regular shape and just jump on top of this. And my bear can also climb like this, so they all can climb.
All of them, yeah.
And they can sit also, right?
They can
sit on a chair.
You just chill out and maybe you take a screenshot. You can sit on chairs, you can lie on beds and all kinds of rock slabs that work as beds in Druid Grove.
All right, so this sounds pretty cool. Maybe last bit, because you just mentioned Druid Grove. Baldur's Gate 3, opening act, you got a Druid Grove.
Yeah.
And we stand in a Druid Grove here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean for the game, the fact that we added the Druid class?
Well, yeah, indeed, there is big Druid presence in Act 1, and of course they will recognize you as a Druid, and you will have specific responses because you're a Druid and you understand better what is going on, what kind of conflict that there might be going on.
Okay, and so you're going to get extra reactivity?
Yes, you'll get extra dialogue choices, and you will also get an extra storyline that ends up with you becoming the warden, the faith warden of the grove.
Faith warden.
Yes.
All right, and do you get it like a fancy staff?
Better than mine, actually, yeah.
And what's it called?
It's called Pale Oak.
Pale Oak.
Yes.
All right, like, you know, I was talking to a member of our team yesterday, and I hadn't realized it was pale oak. I thought it was a paleoc, and so I say, what the fuck is a paleoc? I mean,
it's very European. Paleoc, eh?
All right. Okay, cool. All right, great. Well, thank you, Jeremy, for joining us in Seattle. I hope you enjoyed our little interpretation of the Druid in Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you, Nick. Well, you're going to be sticking around with me for the gameplay demonstration, right?
Yeah,
so
I'll see that you don't break the game too hard.
No, I don't. Well, I can curse at you as we do that. So, before we are going to jump to our live gameplay, we are going to have to set up a couple of machines over here. And as we're doing that, we're going to show you a little video we made, because we don't only make Baldur's Gate 3, we hope to also make Divinity Original Sin 2. And we started making board games and graphic novels. So we have a graphic novel, which is Divinity Original Sin 2, God Woken, and it's amazing. It's got pictures, because it's a graphic novel. That's what graphic novels do. They have pictures. I don't know if you can see the pictures on screen. So you can get those at the shop at larian.com on the merch store. If you read it, you will get the origins of the origin stories in Original Sin 2, so it gives you extra insight into where they come from. And the board game, which is still in production, it was kickstarted a bit over a year ago, is making good progress. Team is now on iteration 3, and they made a little video to basically give you a status update on where we stand with Divinity Original Sin 2 Kickstarter. And that is presented by none other than our own Irish Druid, who can put a rain of fire over your head, Kieran Kelly. Kieran? Yeah. Okay.
Hello everyone, it's been just over a year since we launched Divinity Original Sin, the board game, on Kickstarter. It's really been a year of changes, of improvement and iteration. There's a lot of things to cover, and there's a lot of things to talk about, so let's just jump right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually the artwork for the locations and the enemies and the bosses. And when you look back at the artwork that we used for the original Kickstarter, while it was good and it was functional and it did its job, it wasn't necessarily how good we can make it, and we knew we could do better. So a lot of the work this year has been about iterating on that, changing it, reinforcing it, making it better, and making it a whole lot more immersive for you and your party that you're playing and adventuring with. So when you're at a location like this, it feels alive and it feels like it's breathing. And it's a location that's worth journeying in and enjoying as you adventure through Fort Joy. The second thing we wanted to improve was actually the miniatures for the game. We got our first molds from a manufacturer, and those molds, they were really good. There was a lot of detail with them, but actually we realized that we wanted to make some changes and improve it even further. And the way we were going to improve them further was actually not necessarily the detailing, though we definitely tweaked some of that. It was actually the animation of them. A lot of them were more static, they were a bit more lifeless and statuesque, as opposed to a living boss that's got a lot of threat to it, that's going to have a lot of presence on the table. Now, all the animation, all the movement, and the feeling of movement from these miniatures are going to make it feel like these bosses are not only there and they're present, but they're a threat. They're coming to kill you. And the third thing to actually talk about is the amount of playtesting that we've done. Obviously, during Kickstarter, we did a lot of playtesting before. We did a lot of internal playtesting afterwards. But over this last year, we've done a lot of external playtesting. We've had 2 major playtesting groups that have played through the game. And there's been a huge amount of things that we've learned through that, from people who haven't necessarily played Divinity, to people who played Divinity, to people who play a lot of board games, to people who don't play a lot of board games. And we're getting a lot of information that's helped us refine the game, improve it, and overall just make it a better experience and a more fun experience for you, your friends, and your family. So that about does it for how we've been getting on this year. I just want to say a big thank you to the community for all the support we've gotten so far. If you're still interested in following along, you can do that on Kickstarter. We do monthly updates. Otherwise, you can still back the game on the Larian merch store. But for me over here at Fort Joy, back to Sven and Avernus. Now, how do I get off the sign off?
All right, so that was Kieran talking about Original Sin 2, the board game. And we're ready to start with our live gameplay presentation. It is a live gameplay presentation. Things will go wrong. I just don't know which things are going to go wrong. There's one particularly annoying bug in the game that is the reason why the patch has not been released yet, that is still being looked for in our QA. Well, there's actually a few of them actually, but this one is a particularly nasty one. So I might encounter it. If I encounter it, we will just pretend that we have technical glitches, but there's good chances that we are not going to have it. And I didn't encounter it that many times, but it is there. So anyway, let me present you my party. So this is Lar. It is a Lightfoot halfling, and she is a druid. Then we have Shadowheart, who most people who played the game in early access already know. Cleric, level 4 also. We have Gale, a wizard, also a level 4. And then we have Lysel, my fighter, also a level 4. And together we are going to go on a small adventure, and we're going to deal with a particularly nasty lady. So let's get in there and get our quest set up, and then from there on we're going to start showing off all things druid. Let's get over here and see what this argument is all about.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
You there? Please, I don't know what's come over these boys. I just want to go home.
Stop this.
Oh, my insight failed.
Ask again.
All right, so what's going on here?
Careful. Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
I could say I won't let you hurt this woman, not getting involved, or I could say, like, tell the truth, what did you do to their sister? So let's go for the last one.
Bollocks. You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are. Some advice. You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody
She's
hell.
certainly not an innocent old lady if she can do this.
Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
So will somebody please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well... she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast.
Well, I'm the hero, so I'm gonna say, I'll bring Mayrina home.
Joking.
So you can see that they're still not that tolerant of my mistakes.
But, Joel...
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own. Now, come on.
It's a stupid idea, boys, but have it your way. All right, let's explore these very nice sunlit wetlands. Have a look, I mean, like how nice and cozy it is over here. You just want to go and sit on that rock and just basically lie down and eat an apple. I am going to do something. It's one of those new spells that was added with update 4. I'm going to enhance my abilities, and so I can choose between endurance or strength or dexterity. But I'm going to improve my intelligence. I have a good reason for this. I rehearsed this thing, so I know what's coming. And so this check is going to aid me in a check that I'm going to have to make. So let's go forward. Use my fox's cunning. So basically what's happening now is she's concentrating on making her more intelligent. So that's pretty much it. Let's go.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
So I get a druid option here. So this option you would get if you were not a druid, or if you were just to be a fighter, investigation. And so that is actually a very hard roll to make. But if you're a druid, you get a nature option, and that's a much easier roll to make. And on top of that, unfortunately it's intelligence based because it's nature, but I do get +2 from my proficiency in nature, but I get -1 from my intelligence, which is fairly low. Luckily, I got advantage on this roll because I use my enhanced ability, and that means that I'm going to get to roll twice should I fail. So most likely, thanks to loaded dice also, I'm going to make it because probably I was unlucky before. There you go, I get 19, so that's a pretty good roll. And so I am now successful in this check, and something's gonna happen.
A swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
If you look around, you see that it's not such a nice sunlit area. It actually is a swamp. And nothing here is what it seems, because for instance, if I'm going to click on this, this is why one of those little new container UIs that that David was talking about. So if I click on sorting options, you get a bunch of sorting options here. If I click on inventory, you can access your inventory. And if I click on eat apple, I get an upset stomach. And an upset stomach is actually a form of poison. And I need to help myself. Now, luckily, this is update 4, and we have protection from poison. So I'm going to get rid of that poison. And on top of it, I protect my druid from further poisoning by this evil swamp. Let's continue our journey and see if we can find a friendly soul. There's a guy with a red hat over there, so it's probably going to be nice. With a red cap. Gail is telling me that we should be careful. That's right. I'm probably going to have a chat with this guy and like ask him like, hello, do you know the way to, I don't know, whiskey bar or something like that.
The murderous glare of a red cap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust, greets you. That noise. Is the creature pretending to be a sheep?
So this guy, if I would have failed my role and not have detected that this entire area is a swamp, I would have seen us as a sheep. And he would be pretending that he's a sheep, albeit a weird sheep. However, I have seen through the illusion of the swamp, so now I can see he's actually a murderous redcap, and that he's pretending to be a sheep. Now I can tell him, like, I know what you're doing. I can take the initiative and surprise him by attacking him, or I can just say, ba-a-a-a. And since these are dark times and it is good to be optimistic in life, we're going to say ba-a-a-a. And I would like the entire stream to also say ba-a-a-a at the same time, because it just makes you smile. See, we're going to do that again, because I'm pretty sure not everybody was into it. So here goes his ba.
Again, this creature doesn't realize you can see its true form.
And we're going to go all together now on a ba. I can't see the chat, but I hope you're ba-ing like hell right now. Ba. There we go. And we get a good ba back. Doesn't that feel good? All right, so these guys don't know that we can see them. So we're going to just keep it that way, and we're going to just get closer to the little old lady's shack. Looks like the brothers didn't make it. So let's go have a look at that. Now remember what David was saying about Speak with Dead? Gale happens to have an amulet, and this amulet gives them access to the Speak with Dead, which is a level 3 necromancy spell, and a level 3 is outside of range for my level 4 wizard. This is a complicated thing. It is a D&D thing. I have been nagging about it for centuries. I have been told there's nothing that I can do about this. It will stay like this forever. So we're trying to explain it to you, but I'm going to cast my level 3 spell with my level 4 guy using my amulet, and this is going to give me access to Speak with Dead. And indeed, as promised, we get a cinematic, an updated cinematic.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
And so I get to ask 5 questions. So we're going to ask him first and foremost, did he find your sister?
Screaming, but not real.
And we are going to ask I'm going to just leave it at that. Now, David mentioned that we made it more user-friendly to be able to continue playing with Speak with Death. You actually get to recast it on any dead body until I take a, I think it's a long rest. So I can now basically talk to his brother. And indeed, we get another cinematic. So we see that that cinematic system is now covered.
Kill the hag.
And this is the method that we use for when you kill everybody like an idiot and then you don't know what to do anymore. Not that you are idiots, of course, it's up to you how you play the game and so forth. But if you kill everybody and you didn't pay attention to the story and you don't know what to do anymore, you can just go talk to their bodies and then they'll tell you what you have to do. So this guy is saying like, well, kill the hag, and that could give you a quest update if you didn't get the quest, etc., etc. So I'm gonna ask him, what drove your sister to leave?
She's scared she won't be a good mom, but she will. I know it.
Okay, and how did you plan on killing this hag?
With pitchforks. Stupid.
Well, we can agree on that. Let's ask, well, I mean, I think, well, how did you die, actually?
So innocent.
I guess it was not the... Let's continue with our journey. I will meet the old lady herself. There are a couple of questions about why these brothers are dead, what's up with the sister, and what in general is going on with the swamp and the red caps that are pretending to be sheep. Alright, let's get in here. And then you see the decoration has also been, if you played it in early access on day one and you play it now, you see that everything is getting continuously improved. So this place is starting to look really nice. Alright, let's go in here.
I don't want a crumb left on that plate, girl.
Auntie Ethel, please. One more bite and this pie is gonna come back up to say hello.
Don't make me get the wooden spoon. You're eating for two, so get to it. If it isn't the cheekiest pup of them all, you'd best have one hells of an apology for me, young man.
I get a wizard option because I had Gale selected, so I'm going to tell her, tell me, Hag, is this intimidation part of the bargaining process, or does that come after?
Oh, the wizard thinks he's smart because he can read. How
Many
precious.
people do.
You know, I was going to give you a swift kick up the arse and show you the door, but I think you and I could have a bit of fun together. Gods grant me patience. Eat up, Mayrina. I won't say it again.
Oh, if that is Mayrina, I have some bad news for her.
Keep that hole under your nose shut, or things will get messy.
You know what that sounds like to me? Leverage.
What is it? What's going on?
So now I get the option to say, like, nothing, I mistook you for someone else, or Auntie Ethel killed your brothers. I'm going to tell her that Auntie Ethel killed her brothers.
That can't be true. Auntie Ethel.
They were being rude, and I detest rudeness.
You monster! The deal is off.
Enough, away
Quite
with
a case of overacting there. And with a
silence at
wave
last.
of the hand.
Some time in the cage should do her good. And you'll regret sticking your nose in my business.
Uh-oh. Hello. Alright, so I take it we're not going to be friends. So we're going to get in combat and we're going to try to show you a whole bunch of druid powers in here. If I don't ruin it. So we got the hag over here. But we're also going to have to deal with the red caps who are going to be joining in a minute now. There they are. So I'm going to use my druid's ability, Moonbeam, first of all. And I'm going to cast it at these two gentle fellows. So basically, I now have a Moonbeam, and every turn I'm going to be able to move that beam if I want. So the beam is going to get... I'm going to steal my watch now, and I'm going to pick my bear, my polar bear, because I'm Circle of the Moon Druid. Alright. Okay, perfectness. And then I am going to... I don't have a bonus action. Wait, hold on. I'm just going to switch to Shadow Heart now, because she is first in the turn order together with the polar bear. Then it's a whole bunch of the bad guys, and then it's going to be my fighter and my wizard. Shadow Heart, I'm going to cast the bless spell on Silva, just to buff myself up. And so the bless spell, she needs to stay concentrated on it, but it gives a 1d4 bonus to the attack rolls and the saving throws. So it's basically going to give me a higher chance to hit
and a higher chance to resist whatever bad things they're going to throw at me. So I'm going to move Shadowheart over here. I don't want to throw her in combat. She's my cleric. However, you, I want to throw in combat, but you are blocked. You're blocked because the bear is bigger and he's blocked by my fighter, so that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll just have to live with that. So, the hag is dashing off because she wants to and she shoots some poisonous fumes at us. So that's unfortunate too. And she casts a Vicious Mockery spell on it. And what does that do? It gives me a disadvantage on my next attack roll, so it's going to be compensated by my Bless spell. Okay, I'm going to give my Githyanki, she has Psionics ability, which allows her to jump super far. Pardon. And I am going to teleport her next to those guys, just to make sure that they don't pass without my Githyanki taking a swipe at them with her attack of opportunity. And then I'm going to use Gale. So I'm first going to get him out of the poison here. Alright. And I am going to... I'm going to... Well, no, I'm going to do Grease first. To try to block them. Somebody from the production team give me something to drink because of the smoke behind me. I'm getting a very sore throat. Okay. Alright. So, we've got a whole bunch of greased up, what do you call them again? The red caps. So I'm going to try to, well, I'm going to smack at this guy. He's on the floor, right? She has, oh no, sorry, I need to select my Githyanki fighter. And I'm going to use Accent Search, which, oh, actually, yeah, no, I'm going to do that. Alright, so I'm going to just smack this guy. I could actually put them all on fire, but I like them being in the grease, so I'm going to keep them in grease. Just smack, oh my god, look at that, 22. That was pretty good. And he is going to, well no, he's fine. Well, he's not exactly fine, but he's going to do well. Alright, so my bear is poisoned, but now it can move. I'm going to get him into combat, so I'm going to give him a dash. I'm ignoring the hag because I know exactly what she's going to be doing. She always does the same routine. So I'm going to go over there. I gotta warn you also, there will be some spoilers in this. And the bear and the Githyanki are basically going to keep these guys away. And on the next turn, I'm going to have a hold. The bear also, hold on, my mouse is not reacting. Okay, and I'm going to do with her, I'm going to cast a guiding bolt. If I can. One of them, yeah. Perfect, and that's 26, that must have killed him. Wow, okay, good. Alright, next turn.
Sam?
Yes? Ah, thank you, sir. Through the corona. Oh, thanks. And they are doing nasty things to my bear. They're going to try to kill my bear. Hi, you need to go away. Please. Okay, there she goes. So she makes an illusionary thing there, and then she dashes off. And then she's going to leave us alone with these guys. We got to save my bear. Alright, there she goes. So we got another red cap that's up. Oh my god. Not the bear. Ouch! So the bear is out of HP, but now you see how powerful the druid is actually, because she just changed back into her druid shape. Ow, ow, ow. And she still has, she's still alive, which is actually a good thing. Okay, we need to fix this here. Now, this guy has only 13 left. This one has 12, so if I do a really good sleep spell, like sleep level 2, I can put 2 of them to sleep. Bang, there you go. And I only need to deal with this guy. And as it happens, I got my Githyanki warrior here. She could boost herself, so she's got a really cool weapon actually. She's got this Tyr's weapon, Sword of Justice. It gives her Tyr's protection, so she can boost her AC with 2, which makes her very hard to hit. But it could also spell her doom if she fails. So I gotta be careful, and I already used my action search. What would you do actually? Would you hit her, or boost your, or drink the potion, or boost your AC? That's a big question.
Keep hitting.
Yeah, I know, but I have a bonus action. Will I drink, or will I use Tyr's
drink?
Protection?
Chug.
Okay, I'll drink for plus 15, and then I'm gonna just smack. Oh, that was not the best smacks in the world. But maybe my wizard can still do it. No, he already moves, right? Okay, well, we'll just have to survive. Oh, well, that's great. It's her turn. Oh, this is going to be easy. Maybe we should remove some of the poison on them. Maybe we should... I didn't put any healing spells on my bar. Smart. Pretty smart. Because these guys are going to wake up again eventually also, right?
You have a scroll, I think.
Okay. Alright. It's one that I need to need next doors to her. Alright, well, we're just going to try to kill these guys then. Okay, that should... That's actually possible, right? Oh my god, I'm really going well here. This is going to be easy, this fight. It's gone differently, I can tell you that. Alright, we're gonna turn into a arachnophobia warning. We're gonna turn into a spider. And why am I gonna turn into a spider? Because I can... Oh no, actually we're gonna do the deep profit, right? I'm gonna go the bull with the fiery eyes. I'm gonna ram him. Alright, there we go. And we're just gonna ram these guys. Ram it! No, that was a very disappointing ram. Alright, so you're still there. Get a bit closer. And actually, do I still have? No, I don't. Okay, you nerfed that. Okay, no worries. Up to them. But this guy, what is he doing? He's casting Bloodlust on this guy. What does Bloodlust do? Probably nothing good. Oh, he can hit 3 times?
That's a multi-attack.
It's because of the Bloodlust, right? Creature can attack 3 times. It regains 3d6 hit points if it lands a killing blow. We can't allow that to happen. Alright, so 22. I'm gonna put my AC up. Alright, so that's gonna give me like a very high armor class now. 18, so 15 from armor, plus 1 from dexterity, plus 2 from the boost. And we're going to smack this guy. Oh, this is a good smack. And now, okay, he can finish her. He can probably finish it off with his magic missiles. So let's try that. Cast magic missile. Oh, actually, oh no, that's too cast. Oh no, I'm going to cast magic. Yeah. Up, 2, 3. Goodbye. There you go. Very good. Fortunately, there's a level cap, so I'm not really leveling. We still put the level cap in early access to level 4. But we're doing not that bad actually. It's gonna work out. So she now smacks him. Maybe she should have put the thing on her. Okay, should have done it vice versa. It wasn't the most clever move in the world. I think we're good, right? It's gonna be a fairly easy fight. Oh, that was overkill. All right, good. Got 1 guy left. What can go wrong? Nothing, I guess. I'm actually quite proud of this. This is going really well. But I was lucky in my dice, I think. Alright, or maybe it was the loaded dice that were to my advantage. Alright, shoot this guy. I know, do you still have your jump, your mega jump? You do, right? So, jump, do your mega jump next to him. Boom! Didn't expect that, did you? Red cap. And... boom! Boom! Boom. Alright, no boom. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, well, this is an excellent opportunity to bring my flaming sphere. Why is my flaming sphere not clicking? Ah, there you go. Okay, so can he get close enough? Yeah, oh, I can get there. No, there. Okay, there. So now he's not only having to deal with a dangerous Githyanki, he also has to deal with a dangerous flaming ball of fire. So this is going really well. All right. So, let's see. Can I do the Thorn Whip? Just to please Nick, because he likes it, that spell so much. No, I'm going to do Moonbeam. That's what I'm going to do. Or maybe I'll throw a good berry. Nobody's going to throw a good berry at Liza. Alright, do the Moonbeam. And so from now on, I'm going to follow him with the Moonbeam, so that should work out well. And she is going to finish it off. She's going to use her overpowered Guiding Bolt. Ah, it's too far. Damn it. Alright, can you get closer? No, but you can dash, right? So I'm going to make her dash. Gives her extra movement. And I'm going to get closer so that the next turn I can hit him. Alright, I think this fight is at an end. Oh, that is because of my armor that's so good. 90%. Loaded dice, baby. That's not a miss. And 90%. Unfortunately, I can't. Ah, but the ball can hit him. Alright, ball. You actually have a ram attack. So ram him at 50%. Good. Well, not terribly exciting, the 50%, but okay. This is a done fight. You're out of... Okay. Let's do that. I got all the smoke in my face. It's not working well. Alright, let's do the Witch Bolt. And that should do her in. Alright. Oh shit, my druid is down. Alright, well, let's... we're going to resurrect. Well, she's not dead, I need to help her. Oh my god, we're really not good. Yeah. Oh, now she's dead. Alright, we're gonna need a resurrection scroll. And then we're gonna need to go and rest in camp, because things could have been going better. Alright. So, can we... Oh my god. Well, that could have gone better. Okay, so let's... Guys, could we switch off the smoke behind me? Because I can hardly breathe. Okay, so... Let's do the scroll of Revivify. And... Oh, I missed... Let's do it vice versa. Let's put this up here. And then put this one. And then we're going to bring back... With that click on party portrait trick that David... Oh, it doesn't work for Resurrect? Please tell me it works for Resurrect. It doesn't work for Resurrect yet. Oh no, that's a bug. Okay, well then we'll just do it here. Things happen. Alright, good. So, we still have Gale that's dead, so we're going to have to sacrifice yet another one of these Scrolls of Resurrection. They're expensive, so I'm going to have to buy new ones. And we got to find Gale back, who is down here, and we are going to...
He's stable, I think. I think he should be able to just help.
He just needs help. Yeah, that's right. He has the icon of stabilization, but I can't select him. It looks like. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get in trouble here. Gale, I just click on your icon there. Oh, so that does work. Clicking on the party. I have a problem with my mouse here, so I might be actually misclicking. So apologies for it. It has to do with the armor. All right, we gotta go to camp. End my day. And just have a little rest here. So we're going to get a small moment with Shadowheart, I guess.
Damn thing. It has to open, surely. It has to do something.
Shadowheart's attention is consumed by a strange box that she turns over in her hands. The box is inscribed with glyphs, similar to those used by the Githyanki.
All right. My Arcana check was successful, so a Githyanki artifact. How did you come by that?
In an instant, Shadowheart hides the box from view.
Keep out of it.
Okay, I know what she's going to do. I mean, like, if I ask any of these questions, she's going to be angry at me, but, I mean, she's angry at me anyway, so... no need to be secretive. You can trust me.
A bold statement, if not an accurate one. Leave me be.
Oh, Shadowheart, so many secrets. All right. Well, let's see if we can find a friendlier soul. How about the dog? Does this scratch?
The dog pants through a ball.
He's got a ball in his mouth.
Firmly in his mouth.
All right, let's see if I can wrestle it from him. Just not. I do have inspiration points, so I could try again, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to do a little trick that I discovered. And that is, I'm going to let him keep the ball, but I'm going to use, I need a little short rest here, so that I get these wild shape points back, so I have 2 charges, and the short rest restores them. I'm going to turn myself into a wolf. Then I'm going to alpha the dog, because it's cat day, it's not dog day.
The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
All right, and now I'm alphaing him, and I'm basically telling him, hand over the ball. And so, as these things go, he's not even going to argue.
All right. It's only fair that you enjoy it too. But if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all. I didn't introduce myself before. You can call me Scratch.
Ah, man, you're a nice dog. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what happened to your owner. So I found this dog near his master who was killed, and so I adopted him, and now I'm alphaing him, and now I feel bad about it, but all right, so...
I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. No one can replace him. But I'm glad to have somewhere to lay my head.
Alright. Okay, dog. Alright. I guess, oh no, we need to get, and we need to find some new resurrection things, because in case it goes wrong. So let's go there. Where is he? Hello! Oh, I can't speak like that, so let me dismiss my wild shape. Use wild shape button, and let's talk. So the way it works, if you talk to your companions, you can actually talk when you're an animal, because they know about you. If you talk with strangers, you do need to turn yourself into your regular form.
Thy name has been recorded.
But this guy, I picked him up in some chapel in the beginning of the game.
For whenever thou hast need
So he's been
of
following
my
me around for
services.
whatever reason, which is only going to be explained later in the game. But the cool part about him is that he actually
Be assured, it is not by choice.
he sells resurrection scrolls. All right, so
A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
okay, what's the cost?
A matter of coin.
That's outrageous.
Such is life. Outrage, leading to a singular end.
Isn't that right? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to trade you for some resurrection scrolls. And I'm going to buy all of them, and I'm going to give you for that, I'm going to give you the dog's bowl. No, I'm not going to do that, right? I'm just going to buy them. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, no! I did it wrong! No! 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 All right. Well, that is the way it goes. I misclicked. Oh, no. No resurrection scrolls. This is going to be great. How much money do I have? Nothing. I have, what, 2 scrolls left? 3 scrolls left. All right. Well, we should be able to handle it. I think I'll better go to sleep, right? Rather than fooling around here and continue my exploration of the Druids. So what we're going to do is we're going to try our Druid shape, and we're going to go into the Dungeon of the Hag, and we're going to try to solo the dungeon and save my arena from the Hag using nothing but my Druid abilities and without getting the rest of the party involved. If we get into combat with the Hag, there might be a need to call them in because that would be a little bit hard, but I think I can manage to do a lot of this dungeon just using my Druid. All right, so I'm going to pick my Druid, I'm going to disconnect her from the party. Oh wait, however, I am going to get a little bit of help. I'm going to ask Shadowheart here to give me a blessing. And the blessing that she needs to give me is protection against evil, because good and evil actually. So the way that works is protection against good and evil gives you a creature protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, but especially Fae, and Fae is what that Hag is. And that's going to prevent her from charming, frightening, or possessing me, things that she's actually particularly good at. All right, so let's take Shadowheart. Yeah, this mouse is blocking me. Damn it. All right, and then let's cast protection from evil and good. Does it make a difference if I do it level 1 and 2? I don't think it makes a difference, right? So I'll just get the level 1. Okay, good. So she needs to keep on concentrating on this, so she can't give me anything else. Can she give me actually, she can protect me from poison also. That doesn't require concentration, all right. So consider me buffed up. And can I actually get the shield, or is that only, that's only for myself, right? Okay, so anything else? Oh, you can give me false life, I guess. Is false life going to maintain? Oh no, it's only for yourself? Okay, never mind. All right, consider my druid buff, and let her enter the dungeon. Oh no, that's not you, the druid, I said. Let her enter the back, and let's see what's going to happen to us. This would be, oh, I'm going to just live dangerously and assume that it's going to go. We're going to roll it. Alright, let's first go and introduce ourselves to the locals. If they have anything to say with us. Alright, this looks like a pleasant place. Oh, look at that, she just popped up.
Sweetness. This is my personal playhouse, and you don't have an invite. Get out!
Alright, well, you know what? I think I'll stay a while.
Wriggler eating your brain
Also, there's
already.
a bird nest on your head.
Leave. Or you'll end up in tonight's stew. go nicely with Mayrina. She's already marinating.
Oh, that's Roger being clever there. All right, so this is like a small museum of the Hag's trophies. So here you see a woman that's holding her own head, and if you click on the head,
My darling man.
you get like a...
She wished for the mind of a genius, but the silly head crushed me.
There's a guy trapped in the mirror. We're looking for on this guy. Well, actually, we can listen to his story.
My dearest Ephraim, he begged me to halt the deadly disease that ravaged him.
All right, so a whole bunch of victims of the Hag here. So to convince us that she's not a very nice person. So, and here is actually a trick. This is why I actually took the protection against good and evil, because I knew I was going to come here. So this mask, if you put it on, you become part of the flock. And let us just do that so you can see what happens. So let's equip.
Hello, baby. My, the mask suits you. Just relax. See the world with fresh eyes. And let your dear old Auntie Ethel look after you.
And so, if I wouldn't have my protection against evil and good, what would have happened now is that every turn, so that's basically every 6 seconds, I would have to roll a wisdom throw or risk being controlled by the Hag. And if I were controlled by the Hag, my party would lose me, which leads to lots of hilarity in multiplayer, obviously. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Now, putting on the mask actually does have its advantages because it allows me to see the illusions of the Hag. And so we notice that this door is an illusion. And so what I can do is I can just walk through this door. There are obviously other ways of discovering this, but this is a particularly neat way of doing it. All right, remember what Nick said about the utility value of a cat? We're going to assume wild-shaped cat now. Okay, and so we're going to use the cat to bypass these now. Oh, actually no. Oh man. Okay, it's too late, right? Okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to dismiss my wild shape. So the thing is that I still have that mask effect on me, and I don't want them. Where is it? Okay, so I'm just going to drop this on the floor because it's useless now, and I'm going to make a short rest because I'm going to have to change something. Okay, so let me do that again. Let me turn into a cat. So you see, now these guys are my enemies. That's because I don't have the mask on anymore, because if I have the mask, they would consider me one of them. Now, what we're going to do is, we want to get over here to this waterfall. But there are nasties walking around here, patrolling around. Now, the cat is an excellent stealth form. If you look at the stats of the cat, and you go to its dexterity, then you see that it gets a +4 to its stealth, which is really, really good. Now, if we go into stealth mode, so now the cat is in stealth mode, you see vision cones that appear. So vision cones like this, these red ones. If I walk into that, I need to make a roll, and this roll is going to depend on my stealth value. So I have a pretty good chance of succeeding in this, but I just want to make sure, so I'm going to try to avoid getting into this area. You see that little circle, that little sun on my cursor? Now, it's currently hollow, and here it's full. Here it's because this is a zone where there's light, so if I go there, it's going to be harder to remain in stealth, and here it's easier because it's hollow. So I'm going to try to get up there, and to make it easier for me to control the game, I'm going to hit the enter turn-based mode. And so essentially, I am now doing this turn by turn. It allows me for pinpoint accuracy. So if I click on the jump button now, I'm going to be able to jump on this thing. And then it's going to be the end of my turn, and you see I could actually position myself there, where the guy can't see me, and then I'm going to end my turn. So now it's up to the bad guys, and so they get their turn. And so when they finish moving, it's going to be my turn again. And so we got a guy here that is very close. So we're going to just skip our turn, just let him pass by. All right. And do a little inspection of this guy. So if we examine him, we notice that he is a human. Now it doesn't show here yet, it's one of the things that we need to add still. But the humans don't have dark vision, so they can't see in the dark. If we go over here, for instance, these guys, so let's have a look at this guy here. This guy is a drow half-elf, notoriously good at seeing in the dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to sneak off this ladder in my cat form. Sneak, sneak, sneak. All right. And I'm going to switch up the light. All right. And I'm going to stand here and just hope he's not going to see me. I actually went down a little bit. All right, so let's see what's going to happen. It's their turn. And see, he can't see anymore because it's dark, so his vision is affected by this. So this was a really good move. And do you know what is a very, very stupid move? Like the most stupid thing that you could do right now is like hitting the meow button. So we're going to do that. All right. And so the meow button obviously alerts them. These guys are surprised because they didn't expect a sneaking cat to be here in the dark. And so they are now all active and hostile to me. And so each turn, these guys are going to be rolling for wisdom. And if they fail, they're going to be hostile and attack me. And if they succeed, they're going to try to resist the hag that's in their heads. Now look at my cat who became very ferocious on International Cat Day. We're not going to kill our cat by attacking. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to use that dismiss wild shape here. So we're going to turn ourselves into a bird. All right. Bird. Okay. A dire raven to be precise. And so we're going to use the ability of the dire raven to fly, so to get ourselves out of this area. Right, we're going to fly over there. Look at that bird go. And the bird has incredible mobility on the battlefield. Right, so we're going to try to, we can actually make this one. So these guys are never going to catch up with us. So it's an excellent flea creature. Yeah, look at it, it can still keep on going actually. Can it make this one? Oh yes, it can. Look at it go, look at it go. Woo! There you go. So it managed, oh, and there's traps here. And it actually managed to fly out of combat. So I can now leave turn-based mode. No, sorry, I don't want to flee. I'm actually outside. I know, I'm still in turn. No, I'm sorry. It's just not far enough yet. So these guys don't know where to go. Now I'm going to just jump out of combat. And I'm going to head over here. Can I? Yeah, I can. Woot! Look at that. And now I'm out of combat. All right. And so I'm going to get out of my wild shape form here. So see all the things that I'm doing. I'm just using my druid form. I haven't actually engaged in combat at all yet. I just used my utility shapes to be able to get here. And now I'm going to take a short rest, my last short rest. And I'm going to turn myself into a badger. We learned from Nick that the badger form is excellent at sneaking. All right. And look what we have over there. Well, not excellent at sneaking, excellent at teleporting itself. We're going to badger up over here. And that's not working, sorry. And I say, hey, Marina, Marina, can you hear me? She can't hear me because I'm sneaking, so I'm just going to get out of sneak form. Unfortunately, I forgot to do something.
You come to my home, interfering
You know what I forgot?
business.
I have no speed potion.
No speed potion.
I have no
Me
speed
in the
potion.
heart of my
Will.
lair. You petulant bollocks!
All right.
I'll rip your spine out your asshole. I'll use your
Oh, mind your language, lady.
spice my stew.
I don't know about you guys, but I just love it. Like, look at the badger versus the hag. Being an animal, using all of the animal's abilities. It's just cool.
And do it all over again. Stop it! Please, let me go!
She actually doesn't deserve to be saved for the overacting, but... Oh, what's she doing? She's putting the cage on fire. And then what? Oh, she's got initiative on top of it. Oh, yeah. She's summoning a bunch of the masked guys. Okay. Yeah, Marina can't do a lot because she's in her cage. And then it's me, the hero of the story. So this cage, because I was surprised I didn't get a move right. Oh man, it got even worse. Now there's illusions of the hack here also. Oh man. So this cage is on fire, 18 out of 40. And I can badger myself closer to her, but I don't have a speed potion, which I was supposed to pick up, which I forgot. Because I was... Alright, we're gonna have to bring in the cavalry, so there goes the bet. So, the team has been betting on me failing this. I hate it when they're right. Alright, but it's not over yet. We're going to try to do this with as minimum cavalry as possible, right? So we're going to bring in the wizard. And the wizard for good reasons. First of all, the wizard is going to actually go and pick up, let's see, what do you have? You have a potion of animal speaking, and healing, we're going to need those. What is over there? This is a potion of greater healing, this is even better. I think I need to go up here to be able to pick up the rest. So you go up. Oops, yeah. Camera work is something that is still in progress, so what is this? Ah, yeah, there you go. So it is going to improve. Click on this. Well, it's a bit of gold. Actually, if I were to have 200 gold, I would be able to go and buy at least one of those resurrection scrolls back. Let's pick up this potion of greater healing too. But I need a potion of speed, and I know there's one here in the house of the hag. I think it's over there. All right, this is the one we needed. The potion of speed, potion of invisibility, potion of healing. I wonder. Well, we're gonna try this, right? We're gonna just try it. Okay, so we're gonna do this without glitching it completely. So we're gonna go down, and we're gonna head over here. So we're gonna go inside of the cave, continue our journey, and now we don't have to worry anymore about those masked Avengers, I was gonna say, those masked guys, because they are all gone, because they were summoned by the hag, so we can just get through this area. And the only thing we'll need to deal with is the poison cloud. Now, I've been in this situation before for other reasons, so that's why I know pretty much how I'm going to handle this. And as I was experimenting with the game, I found a pretty cool systemic. So I want to show it to you. So I'm going to jump over here. You see, these poison clouds, they're really not good for me. They're not healthy. But what I can do is I can summon my ball of fire. And so the cool part about my ball of fire is that it's heavy. All right? And so because it's heavy, it basically can destroy the traps by just rolling over them. And so that is just insanely cool. All right? I just have to be careful because it can also burn the ladders. So that's a problem. But otherwise, oh, well, it just destroyed the ladder. But like this, it is actually a, see, I just need to be able to navigate it because it is fairly large. And I'm going to get myself stuck here. Oh God, I'm going to get myself stuck. Did I get myself stuck with my ball? I did get myself stuck with my ball. Go over here, ball. How did I do this? Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way, I guess. Okay. Ball, do something. Oh, I thought I could get through here. I did get through before. Nope. And this is a bit cynically seen still. It's all parts of the game in production. I actually don't remember this being a blocker over here. So, can I? No, no, no. I'm not going to be able to use my super trick unless I can enhance the jump. Can I enhance the jump of my ball with my wizard? No?
I don't think so.
Oh man, okay, well then we're going to get him closer here.
You can shove it.
I can shove the ball?
You can shove the ball.
I can shove the ball.
Or use Thunder Wave on it.
Yeah, I need to make sure that I don't have my wizard killed by the time I get there. So let me try this. Alright. Ball. I need you to do your thing, ball. I need you to help me. Alright. Oh, look at the ball go! Woohoo! Alright, that's more like it, ball. Alright, I could have done better with my first ball. It did cost me a spell slot, right? And my guy is not super healthy either. Okay, is there any way, Nick, that I can make him like hard to see? Like with blur? No, that doesn't help it. Any well
I think you got a potion of invisibility, isn't it? The white one?
No, that's the speed one.
No, no, the other one on the first part.
Oh, I was super lucky! Okay, good. Alright, let's approach ball. Yeah, with the potion of invisibility, I'm going to be able to bring my potion of speed to my badger. And this should do what I need it to do. Alright. I do need I'm going to take a healing potion here because otherwise I don't want to be dead. So we have this really interesting, cool system where combat and turn-based, you can basically jump away from it and continue playing in real time, then have your other party members join. It is not a thing that, if you think about it, is super logical, but in multiplayer it works really well, and in single player it actually aids you in combat when you are in pickles like this. So, I'm going to start sneaking. Alright, all I need to do is get to him. And I could actually use my magic pockets to get it to him. It's a much more fun if I do it this way, right? So if I'm invisible and I get to him, I'm good, right?
Yeah. But it's going to be quick, you need to act.
Oh yeah. Ha! But I have turn-based mode.
You can also throw the potion.
I could, but if I miss, he's not going to be invisible. And actually, he's invisible now, right? I gave it to him, right? So
yes.
He's invisible. So he could, technically speaking, get to the hag and try to throw her into the chasm. All right, well, let's do these things. You need to, well, yeah. Do we consider him to be close enough? We do, right? Okay.
To pass the potion? Should be.
Yeah. You want me to throw it?
Ooh. I'm 85% sure this is going to work.
You're 85% sure. But if it fails, we're going to be dead. All right, let's use the conventional way, which is to pass through the potion. All right, so let's glitch our own system. All right, do it like this. So that my badger can now... Oh, what did I do? Sorry. Can burrow himself over there. I'm going to do burrow over here. Okay. Right, so this is good. Burrow over there. And now I'm going to drink that potion. This is why this potion was so important to me. I needed that potion of speed because it gives me an extra action. Actually, I should have used it before because I might not get there. I don't have the range. Oh, yes. I can, Nick. You know what this means?
Marina is safe?
Marina is safe, exactly. All right, so let me click that. There she goes. She was in the pickle because if she would have fallen, if that thing would have burned, she would have fallen there. She would have been dead. All right, this was pretty good. Okay. All right, so let's press and turn and see what happens. Okay, so and turn on you. He's actually in. She's protected from evil. See, that protection from evil helped there, I think. So that one failed its roll, so it's under control. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Don't mess with the hag.
What happened to my protection? Oh my god. What looked like an easy fight became...
That's what the hag wanted you to think.
Man, everything's an illusion, right? Oh man, come on. I'm still alive though. I'm not dead yet. Power of the Druid. Don't hit me. Don't hit me, please. Don't hit me. I can make it as a Druid. Don't hit Marina. Yes, I can see that hags never lose. Alright. Okay, those voices are not recorded yet. So that's what that exclamation mark means. Oh man. Where's Gale when you need him anyway? Alright. What do you think, Nick? Misty step? Is that gonna break my invisibility? Misty step here. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
Ooh.
Thunder wave. Thunder
Alright.
wave, baby.
You can do it, son.
No. I need to move a little bit more behind her. Okay. I'm gonna actually manage to do this, and like I will be the victor of the day. Check this out. Check this out. Check it out. All right. Loaded dice.
Saving throw. She's very athletic for a hag.
All right. This is not going to work out, is it? Best laid plan of men and mice. All right. Let's make this more interesting for ourselves. Let's turn into the bear. I'm pretty sure if I were to throw, I just need to know which one it is, but he could actually help me with this, right? You think I need the others? Yeah,
It looks like that.
It certainly looks like it, right? So, okay, we're going to try to get the others in here. All right, this might be a little bit more of an epic battle than we expected it was going to be. Okay, so you think he's going to be able to get through? Oh, he can dash twice because of the thing. The potion.
Oh, the potion?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
No! Leave me alone. So he's going to be able to dash all the way to the summoning ring. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so. There, opens door. Sick there, I gotta say. So, I know this game a little bit, so I know that there is an actual ring here. And so through this ring, I will be able to bring in the rest of the party to help us. In the meantime, I need to make sure that this guy is not dead. God damn it. He's gonna die. Oh, it's your turn? No, sorry. Come on, guys. I mean, you gotta put your heart in it. You gotta resist a little bit. I'm never gonna make it this right. I'm probably way over the schedule already.
Gotta respect the hag.
I'm much more respectful already. What idiocy drove me to try this life? Hubris. Like, this is always the beginning of the end. Oh no. She's just standing there while I'm like, oh god. What do you think? Nope. This is not gonna work, right? Let's go. That's a fail. This is. Oh, he's dead? Alright, well, I guess I can get the cavalry ready. Let's see, get them outside. No, actually, they don't need to go outside. They can already, actually, they should get close to this door here. Over there, I guess? Or is it? I think that's the way, right? And so, where's the bear? The bear is still suffering. It's almost there. She's starting to heal everybody. So yeah, so we did start the stream by saying you shouldn't try this at home. Now you see why. Just if that thunder wave would have worked, my plan was almost foolproof. I trusted the loaded dice. I'm out of movement. I gotta dash again. I really shouldn't have done the bear, but yeah, he has a high survivability, so that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so the bear is good. So we're gonna send these guys over here. What's blocking them? The door is preventing them from getting it. Can I lockpick this door? I don't have any lockpicks. Alright, so let's just smack it then. Smack it. Oh, look at this sword, man. Boom. Okay, can you please go and aid your friend who's down there? So this could be perfectly a situation in multiplayer where an idiot like me would have gone down all on his own and then beg his friends to come and help him. The bear is not in a good shape though. Can I short rest? No, he's dead, right? So I can't short rest if they're dead, right? Won't be able to do that. Okay. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Alright, Shadowheart, can you do something about this? Well, she should have some healing spells on her in the first place. I think...
she has a scroll, I think.
She has... Do you think I will leave it just on the scrolls? Like in combat? You think
no, it's better to get one, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to remove the enhanced ability. Healing word?
Sure.
Yeah. What about the other one? The
left and bottom.
What, you want me to do cure wounds?
Nah, healing word is fine.
Yeah? You think I'm fine? Alright. So I'm not going to waste a thing on him. He needs to... He actually has a lunar ment, which he can use. But I should probably do healing words, right? Can I throw a healing potion at him?
Yeah.
And that works?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do that. Potion of greater healing, throw it at him.
Let's see how good it works.
Yeah!
Oh, there you go.
Awesomeness. Alright, okay.
Something else we're fixing for this patch actually is that potions don't deal damage, hopefully.
It didn't deal damage. In the past it dealt damage, right?
Yeah.
If I did that, yeah.
Because
exactly.
of course it's physics, you throw a bottle at someone, but we see people keep killing their companions with that. And we want to try
typically when you throw a potion, it is because you're in trouble, just like I am.
Yes.
Alright, so it's 3 of us and 1 potential extra ally against a bunch of really nasty people. Hey, actually, wait a minute. We're here in her thing. Oh, she's got a whole bunch of rings, so let's take all of those. What else do we have here? I know there's a potion somewhere here. The potion of speed. There's another potion of speed here. So let's take that one. Staff of Crones we're not going to take just yet. There's a whole bunch of nasty surprises here which we don't want either. Okay, Nick, you got any strategies that you think I should use in trying to get my body back and especially kill the hag? I think if I can manage to get to the hag and throw her into the chasm, and that is a successful roll, That is that. Is she dying? Oh, she's necros.
Gale is killing everyone. You should shove Gale at the hag.
This guy keeps on healing her. I mean, and I think he's cheating because he can keep on healing her. So it's like Gale versus Marina. Oh my god, look at that. Okay. So I gotta explain this to the players watching. Gale, when he dies, has necrosis around him, and so this is now being used against these guys. Hey, but this is actually pretty good. So that means the hag is all on her own. I think actually my best chances would actually be to go into Cat and then push her. Badger, push.
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I know that I can try, but do you think they have any chances of success?
Low one. she is very strong and heavy, even for a badger.
Even for a badger. All right. I think I should try. Or you think I shouldn't try?
Well, for the stream.
With a Get Yankee with a psionics jump.
Sure.
No good.
Do you have a pushing ability on your Yankee?
I do. I have shove.
Oh, you have shove.
I have Thunder Wave.
Oh.
Well, with bonus action shove, maybe I can get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try to get Yankee. Like, who needs a Druid, right?
Do you know which one is the real one?
No.
Oh.
But I think there's only one right now. I think her other forms are gone for the moment, so I think this is actually her.
She'll probably summon more, so you need a good initiative roll here.
I need a good initiative roll. All right. Well, I'm blessed, right? So.
Oh, you can surprise her with a arrow, with a bow attack.
So if I surprise her with a bow attack, can I then still jump behind her so I can jump to throw her off?
Yeah, you should get a new turn.
So is that a good Hail of Thorns? Is that a good opening attack?
Yeah.
You sure? It's 35%.
Well, it's 35%, but.
And this, it's 45%.
Mm-hmm.
I can also throw my boots. You know, I've had great success with it in the past. It's 45%. You think I can make this?
Well, you're attacking for the sake of the first turn.
Yes. So what do you want me to do? Attack?
Go for it.
All right. No, I'm not going to do 35. Actually, I'm going to pin her. 45%. Oh, it worked. So that actually slows her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh,
yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, and she skipped her turn, so no illusions.
Now we need to do our thing. I should have done the thing before. I have an action surge, so I need to take that potion of speed that we found. Where is it? Okay. Give it to her. Okay, so she got the potion of speed, which allows me to get next to her.
Ouch. Yeah, that cost your bonus action.
What? Why didn't you say anything? I have Thunder Wave.
Alright.
Alright.
What do you think? You need to aim it so it's blue.
Yes, this right?
No.
No. Not good? Wait a minute. This works normally.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to get the... Ah, there it was.
Ah, this is a bit finicky still. Yeah. I can see there's an angle. Okay. Alright, you ready?
Alright.
Close your eyes. What do you think? I'm afraid now, because if I fail, it's probably going to be game over, right?
Well, that's a roll of a dice.
God. Alright.
Do it again.
Aye?
Do it again, do it again.
You think it's going to work?
Well, if you keep
loaded
rolling...
dice, of course!
The loaded dice need to kick in. Anytime now.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh no! She's on the other side of the thing.
That's a hack for you. You thought you got her.
Oh no!
Nope.
Oh no! Oh, and he has what? He has no wild shape shards left. Can he push her?
Yeah, it's a badger.
Yeah, he's not a badger. He doesn't have wild shape charges anymore.
Oh yeah.
He can sneak into the combat, right? So he can get behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that bear go, man. All right. So I'm going to dismiss my wild shape. Where is it? Dismiss wild shape. I can't see the stream, so I'm probably boring people by now by doing all of these things. But all right. Oh, she doesn't have a potion of speed anymore. Damn it! I wanted to push her with a bonus action. That wouldn't have even helped. Don't have anything clever that I can do. Not really. Okay, well. Not making a terrible impression here, am I? Are you impressed, Nick?
I'm impressed with the hag.
You're impressed
the
with
tenacity.
Well, you know, I could put on a torch. I'm not going to use the action.
This is going very well during rehearsals, you know.
I know. I know this was going very well during rehearsals.
Yeah.
But we've been plagued by a whole bunch of problems, right? So, no!
Oh yeah.
Oh. There's no way we're gonna make it. Now I need to figure out where she is. Where's Gale actually? It's on the other side. Alright, so where are you, Gale? Right. Oh, he's here. So actually I could probably resurrect him there from these guys. So if I use my last resurrection scroll and I try to get to Gale, I need to get this closer. Alright, so I should probably put that on my bar here. Now you know why I wanted to buy the resurrection scroll. I did say I was going to try glitching things. Let's teleport them to a safe spot. Oh yeah, that's a good safe spot. All right.
Yeah.
High and mighty.
Right next to the enemy archer.
Yeah, but you're gonna see. She's gonna have a successful attack roll, and that's gonna be good. And then we're going to. Okay. So you still need to shoot at one of those, so that we can actually. We need to figure out which one is a real hack.
Yeah.
So if I shoot her, with my 20% chance to hit. Ah man. Okay, but I can move. Oh no, I could make some good berries.
Maybe Moonbeam is
oh, wait a
more
minute, no, I
appropriate.
could get spikes actually on these. See that?
Ah, yeah.
There you go. Why are they not hit by the spikes?
Well, they're slowed down, so if they happen to move, they'll cut.
They're slowed down, if they happen to move, they'll be in there. Alright, you know, maybe I could, oh man, I keep on making the bad decisions here. Alright, I can actually smack this guy, right? But I don't want to kill them really, I just want to... Alright, let's get there. Take your sword. Do something useful. Oh yeah. Where's Shadowheart actually? She's not in the battle. Let's bring her in the battle. God, I wish I could see the stream telling me what I need to do. I would have done exactly that and then I could blame them for it. Where's she going? What's she doing?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we're probably not going to make it. We said no save games. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die so hard. If only I could just push her into the bloody thing. If my plan had worked. If only. Oh well.
Try to pull her down with the druid. I don't know if
You
that's
mean
gonna help.
my dead druid?
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one, right? So I need to get to her first to help her. Can I make that jump? I can. Alright, so give her a helping hand. Helping hand. Stand up. Again, if I win this fight, I shall be very happy. Alright. No, I don't think so. I don't think this is a good idea. Can't I throw something like really hard at her? Like a longsword? Or like a bloody great axe? Would that hurt her? Probably not.
A little.
Can I reach her still? I can actually. Alright, that was a fake one. Great. I guess it's progress. Oh man. There's no way I'm gonna make this. This is gonna be a bit of an anticlimax. Well. So now you know what to not to do. I think Marina's not gonna make it either. Who's actually still standing? Shadowheart and my druid with 1 out of 31. Okay. Yes! That's what I want to see from you people. So we got Shadowheart left. I guess. No, Nick. I think this is gonna be it. I think this is where we have to admit defeat.
Is the hag gonna prevail?
The hack will prevail.
Your secret's
All the people that
safe.
bet against me are gonna be correct. Shadowheart, she's what? She's frightened. Ah!
It's a hack. Hagapocalypse.
The apocalypse.
No.
All right, well, that did not go exactly as we had expected, but such is the nature of live gameplay.
There's one thing our production team wants us to remind the viewers is when the patch is going to come out.
Oh, yes, right, actually, we should mention this. So patch 4 is currently still in QA. We had hoped it was going to be ready this week, but we found some nagging bugs that we wanted to absolutely fix before we gave it to you. So we're waiting actually for word from our QA when it's ready. We expect it's going to be next week. We don't know exactly when next week, but once we have that, we will be sure to announce it on our channel. So a little bit more patience. You could see glimpses of the Druid gameplay here, because I didn't do it as well as I had hoped I was going to do it. But there's a lot of cool stuff to explore with it when you try it out. Now, need to mention, this is still early access, so only get into it if you are interested in how a game evolves during early access. Otherwise, wait for the full game to be there. But yeah, I think that you can see it is evolving, and there's a lot of... the Druid class actually does add a lot of gameplay. I had a lot of fun fooling around with it. I can actually win this fight, if the loaded dice are on my side.
I saw that. It happened.
So, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us on Early Access. As always, let us know your thoughts. We are reading, we are listening. We're very curious to see how you guys are going to abuse or use the Druid and your parties and multiplayer and single player. Very, very curious about what you're going to think about the new update. So it's coming to your way soon. We will be obviously continuing development. We still have a long journey ahead of us. There's going to be many updates, but bit by bit, we're going to get there and make BG3 the game that it deserves to be. With all of that said, I want to thank everybody involved in preparing this. This was not the easiest thing to set up in the corona circumstances, but we managed nonetheless. Thank you everybody here on the panel also for joining me and being so cool. And thank you for watching. So we're going to dash off with a trailer that shows the Druid in all of its shapes, and then it's going to be until next time on the next update or on the next panel from Hell. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
An army was coming, she said. Goblins, drow, and more still. Legions upon legions. The Druids of Cloakwood knew the dangers this would bring. There was but one Druid who guarded the circle, who protected our ways.
Maya, Fortior!
Burn like fire. You howl like wind. You are Faith Warden. Go forth and let your might be known.